I was trying out for the high school cricket team. Dream one day I'd be wearing that baggy green. I gave it all I got. When we were done, the coach called me over and said, sorry, son, but you can't bowl and you can't throw. I'm just telling you what everybody knows. Absolute sitters, you put down. All the tail enders hit you out of the ground. Don't ask Wani, it was Cameraman Joe. Say you can't bowl and you can't throw.
Welcome everybody to the Northern Socials podcast. You're listening to the Night Watchman. This is Troy and Danny. Welcome along. Hey mate, how you going?
Good, buddy.
That's the way. You're a little bit nervous about getting your voice out there for the first time, so I hear. All good?
Yeah, good, feeling good, mate. A little bit nervous, but all good now, mate.
That's it, mate. Don't let it bother you. It's all good. So, Dan, I'm obviously a new bloke to this cricket club, and they're a great bunch of blokes, but the thing that's the great thing about it that I really enjoy is those nice big shiny rooms, mate. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, it was a long time in the making, mate. Those rooms. The players have been sweating on them for a long time, and the committee and Macca, Craig McGaw did a lot of work getting us those rooms now, and they're looking magnificent, mate. So it's really good to play in front of them at the moment.
Yeah, you get a really good view with all the glass there. It's a nice brand new facilities, and yeah, it's just great. We had the grand opening there a couple of weeks back. It was a great night. Got a lot of people down there. I was pretty happy to see the amount of people that were down at the rooms. It was encouraging. It was really good. And why the silence?
Sorry, mate.
Yeah, nah, just throwing it to you. It's all good, mate. It's all good. It's your first outing, not a problem. But, hey, as they say, mate, new rooms don't win cricket matches for clubs, players do. And there's been a few new guys down. You want to tell us about those, please?
Yeah, well, the key new guys that come down, obviously, we've got Nim. He's a hell of a player, Nim. He's a former Jaipur medalist. He used to play at Cowan Park, and recently he's been playing down Dandenong somewhere, but already at the start of the season, he's flying, mate. He's flying, so hopefully he can get some good runs and good scores on the board and help the first get a lot of wins.
Yeah, no, he's obviously a great acquisition. Can bowl, can bat. Yeah, you like those sorts of guys.
Absolutely, and I was lucky enough to bring a couple of my mates down. Obviously, you're one of them, Troy, and also Justin Nicholas. You played a lot of cricket with Justin. Maybe you could fill us in a bit about Justin's background.
Yeah. Justin and I are family. He's my cousin. Don't hold that against me. I'm sure he said that about me. But look, we played a lot of cricket together at Clifton Hill and Bandura. Good bat. Was a very good bat in his heyday, but he's getting on a bit now. Approaching the big 4-0, the big fella, and not too shabby with the ball even now. So he's obviously a good get for the ones as well. And on his day, he can rack up a big score very quickly. So he's a good bat, good acquisition.
Yeah, and yourself, mate. What's forced you out of retirement, mate?
You did your peanut. As I've been making sure everybody knows that I've been retired for 10 years before this season, and look, to be honest, I was getting the itch a little bit to get back into it, and when I heard that Just was heading down to socials and you were obviously there, I thought, get a small section of the band back together and go around one more time and hopefully sharing a bit of silverware. So, but Just is stuffing that up by playing in the ones with the peanut. So.
He is. We'll have to put some pressure on Gaz to drop him down to the seconds, I think, mate.
That's it. We've tried to stooge him, but Gaz hasn't been part of our plans thus far by telling Justin he's been dropped. So I think Gaz is a bit.
I've thrown you the the keeping gloves a couple of times this year. And how you going behind the stumps, mate? How's the body holding up?
Well, I've been retired longer as a wicketkeeper than I have as a player, and look, now that I'm over the groin injuries and that sort of thing, I'm feeling pretty good. If I can get some regular time behind the stumps with the gloves, it'll be good. Consecutive matches, wink, wink, captain.
You and Mickey Jagger have to fight it out, mate.
Yeah.
No holds barred.
No, that's it. No, Mickey Jagger, top bloke. You can have him.
The other new player that we've got down, Gary's brought him down from the Summer Hill, is Manny. Started off really well, Manny. His first game, I think he got 4 wickets, so he's absolutely flying at the moment, Manny.
Yeah, Manny's been a good player to get in twos. He's been handy with the ball. I think he's second in the in quick reserve for wickets taken, and I believe he has the best strike rate in the league. So he's been pretty handy with the ball, and I like the way he goes about his batting. Values his wicket, and in the first couple of games where we had a few collapses in the top order, a guy like Manny is going to be good to have going forward. As I said, he values his wicket and bats well and can make a score when he digs in. So yeah, nice acquisition, I think.
Yeah, I think so as well. And finally, not so much a new player to the club, but maybe he's a new guy to the first. He's young Matty Johnson, 14 or 15-year-old kid. I think they're giving him the year in the ones just to give him a taste, and I'm sure the boys up there will inform him to the way they want to play, and I think he'll learn a lot.
Yeah, good luck to the young fella. Obviously, being a new bloke, I don't know a whole lot about Matty, but he obviously looks like he's got a bit of talent, and a full year in the ones. Hopefully going forward he'll turn into a great cricketer. He can obviously bat a bit and bowl a bit, so yeah, all the best of luck to him.
Yeah, I think that's all for the new players that I can think of at the moment, Troy.
All right, fantastic, mate. Obviously, the new guys coming in have been really good for socials so far. And young Matty Johnson has made a little bit of an imprint in the one. So hopefully that continues. So look, results so far, mate. How have you seen things with the club? The club's been undefeated across the first couple of rounds.
Yeah, it's been really good. I don't think we've lost yet in the first four rounds. We've had a couple of washouts, but two completed games for most sides, and everyone's won, so it's been really good. Go through some of the key stats if you like, mate.
Yeah, if you could do that, if you got them in front of you, some stats on the games and the results and who they were against would be great thus far.
Sure. No worries. We'll start off with the first in round one. We played Coppers. They had a win. They made 8 for 241 and bowled them out for 119, so it was a pretty decent win. The key numbers there was Nim on his debut, 114, super knock, mate, super knock.
Not bad to open your account with a new club with 114.
Pretty good, and also our mate Justin, himself a nice little half century there, 57.
Yeah. Another good debut.
And with the ball, Narada got himself 4 for 14, Gary 2 for 14, and Justin 2 for 13 as well. So good start there for the boys. Yeah,
very good. I managed to get back and see the last portion of the ones game, and saw the big fella Just get on a hat trick, and then he chooked up his hat trick ball. It was a great performance by the side, so good on him. Great start out of the gate.
Yeah. In round 2, the first had baseballers, and that game finished in a draw with rain affected. But we managed 7 for 192 in our dig, and again, Nim was the star with the bat with 75.
Jeez.
And also Glenn Courts got himself a half century, 51.
Nice work by the coach.
And with the ball, we got Nim 2 for 21. So there wasn't. We bowled him out for. We didn't bowl him out. It was rain affected, so they were 4 for 129. But yeah, Nim got 2 for 21, so not a bad start there for Nimmer.
Yep, great work from the big fella.
And then in round 3, we had another win against Druids. We were all out for 199, and again with the bat, Nim was the key there, 60.
Jeez.
And we bowled Druids out for 144, and by the looks of it, Narada terrorised them with a 5 for 42, mate. So
Yeah, he's not doing too bad, the old Narada. Can be quite scary. I'm not a fan of facing him in the dark at training, that's for sure.
And then round 4 was a washout against Bundoora Park, mate, so that finishes up the first.
Yep, and sitting pretty on top of the ladder as of round 4.
I believe they are, yes.
Very good, and looking the goods, good on them. Hopefully they can set themselves up going into the Christmas break and continue on their dominant form after that, pushing into the finals. So things are looking good for the Ones boys.
They are indeed. On to the seconds now. We had round 1 was against Cobras, and we had a win. We bowled them out for 79, which was a really good effort on our behalf. The boys, all the bowlers bowled really well, but young Manny, first game at the club, was a standout, 4 for 18 in his first game.
Yeah, not too bad.
And then we got the 80 runs, and Jay was the key there. 32 not out, solid effort there by Jay. Yeah, so it was a really good win by the boys there. Getting those 80 runs and bowling them out for 79 was a good start.
Yeah, it was a great start. I remember the openers looked pretty solid, but once they fell, wickets were a pretty common event after that. That was a game where Manny did a lot of damage with the ball, and they didn't put up too much of a yelp, that's for sure.
No, that's true. In round 2, we played baseballers, and that was a rain-affected draw. They batted first, and they made 6 for 190. So wasn't a great day. 190, fair score. Manny was the pick of the bowlers there again, just with 2 for 30.
Yeah. The bowlers weren't exactly on song that day, I remember. And up to the drinks break, we had them fairly well held, and then one guy got the best of us after that, after the drinks break. So these things happen.
Yeah, the rain definitely came at the right time for us, and actually saved us from a loss, I think. So when the rain hit, we were 5 for 55, so it wasn't looking good, but we'll take the draw out of that. And with the bat, really no one there. Dev and Jay got a 14, and young Tyson Austin with a quacker, so it wasn't a good start from Ty.
No, not a good start at all from the opener, but hopefully he can make some runs in the threes and get back into that side. So
that's it. And then in round 3, it was a crazy day. Round 3 versus Druids, mate. We won, but we won on a reverse outright. I don't know how we did it, but we got the points in the end. First innings, we bowled them out for 140, and we thought that was very gettable. Daniel Francis got 4 for 46, and Lockie got 3 for 26, so it's a good start there by the lads.
Yeah, Lockie and Franger bowled fantastically well. That really did well. We held the catches, and getting the side out for 140 in an 80 over game, that's fantastic work. So can't fault the lads on the fielding and bowling side. Yeah,
and in our first gig, Mr. Francis again got us off to a flying start, 63.
Yep.
And then he did something silly and run out Devraj, and then 2 balls later he got himself caught.
Yep.
Then I think you and I had to bat the time really, because we were in a lot of trouble.
We were. Another top order collapse, and barring Daniel's 63, it was a quick fire 63. But you and I were batting for time, and trying to survive basically. Correct.
And then the following week was another collapse. I went out in the second over, and I don't know how many we lost. We lost 4 for 8 or something, 5 for 8.
4 for 7, week 2.
4 for 7, yeah.
Chasing 28 to win.
We got rolled for 119, so we ended up losing first innings by 21 runs. I said to the skipper, "What do you want to do? You want to call it off?" Because we were feeling pretty miserable. And they said, "No, we want to go ahead. We've got some young kids who haven't had a bat yet, so he wanted to go ahead again, so all right."
That was his excuse, but he had every intention of going for the outright. He was a greedy prick. So.
And the second dig, we got them 5 for 130. They declared a tee. And the key bowling there was Lockie was 2 for 34.
Bowled well, Lock. Bowled well. Could have got a couple more. He's a bit unlucky.
So yeah, we needed 151 to win off 44 overs, and we got there, mate. 5 down. Lockie got a nice half century, 55.
Batted really well, the Lockster. Really, really well.
Devro's got 38.
Yeah, Devi come in and batted well. He's 38. It was pretty quick too. He wasn't out there a long time, but he sort of slashed the bat at a lot of balls and did well. But one too many slashes and out he went.
And yourself, mate, you got a nice 25 there to sort of sturdy up the innings there.
Yeah, it was the key partnership, Lockie and I. No, look, it was okay. Just did what I had to do. Stayed around and got some runs and tried to get Lockie to. He was the man with the 50. He was making all the runs. Just had to hang around and help him out there, and yeah, we got the win. So good work.
Yeah, good work indeed. So after the 4 games there, we sit, I think, 3rd on the ladder, 2 wins and 2 draws with the rain washout in round 4 against Mundura Park. Yep.
2s as well, looking really good, and starting to get some stronger guys into that side as well. So, with the depth in the 1s pushing guys down, is making the 2s a stronger side. So things are looking good in the 2s as well.
Absolutely. Move on to the 3rds. Round 1 they had a game against Dennis. We got Dennis 6 for 124 off their overs, and Rex Taylor was the key bowler there, 3 for 13.
Nice.
And then with the bats, we got those runs, 125, only 3 down. Again, Rexy Taylor was the key with the bat, got a nice 61.
Good start for Rex.
And our mate, Mr. Davey Warner at the top, he got a 13, Mr. White.
Nice.
Round 2 was against Druids, and unfortunately that was washed out. Round 3, and you know what? I don't know who it was against, so I apologise, I didn't write it down. I didn't write it down, unfortunately. I think it might have been against Fiji, actually. Yes, it was Fiji. We bowled it. We got him 6 for 174. Liam was the key bowler there, 2 for 43. And Big Chase, 174. We got there. We got him 177. Steve Watson made 46, and Vishal got 50.
Oh, very good. Vish, very nice.
So yeah, so they're undefeated as well. The 3rds, a good start there.
Yeah, look, top 3 sides all undefeated. You can't ask for a better start out of a club than that. That's great work from everyone. So well done, lads. Every single one of you at the club. Good work.
And the 4th, round 1, they had a game against Heidelberg West. They got 123 in their first dig. Hirata got 40, but out of that 123, they had 5 ducks.
Ooh,
crazy.
5 ducks.
Warner got a duck, Zav got a duck, Paul Vendetti got a duck, Mitch got a duck, and S. Jury got a duck. So it was a pretty crazy game.
Well, if that keeps up, I'll tell you what, we're going to Vegas for the end of year trip. I'll tell you, the fine line will love those boys.
You will. And we bowled them out for 102, and S. Jury got 5 for 45 in that game, so it was a good effort for him.
Yep, very good.
And they had another win in round 2 versus Fairfield. What were they? We bowled them. We got them 6 for 187. Luke Vendetti 2 for 22, and we got the runs 6 for 188. And Luke Vendetti again, 51 not out. So he was probably the player of the match there, mate.
Great work, Lukey. Good work.
I think they're sitting on top as well, the Forks.
No, mate. As I said, everyone involved at the Northern Socials Cricket Club so far. Good work, boys. I haven't been involved at a cricket club ever where every single side at this point of the year is undefeated. So well done to each and every one of you. Now, upcoming games this week, Dan. We have the 1s away to West Heidelberg. The 2s are playing at home to West Heidelberg. The 3rds are playing Fiji, Victoria, is it?
Yeah, I believe so, yep.
Yep, at home, and the Force have the bye. How do you see things shaping up this week?
Continue the form that we're in, mate. Hopefully we can bring back another 3 wins, mate. That's what we would like. I know in the seconds they're a pretty strong side, Heidelberg West. They were last year.
Okay.
They've got some good players. I'm really not sure how PG United are, and I'm pretty sure the First they're a strong side as well. So it should be tough, but hopefully we can get the 3 wins.
Very good. If we can do that again, then surely it's got to be free piss on, doesn't it? Surely.
You would think so, mate. But hopefully the committee we can
talk them into it.
Talk Paul and Artie into some free grog down there, but see how that goes.
We've got to get the 3 wins first. But so you're predicting 3 wins, Dan? Is that what you're doing? Looking into that crystal ball?
Absolutely, mate. 3 wins.
Fantastic, mate. Fantastic. Now, look, this week we had the washout. All games got called off from the HQ, and we ended up playing a 2020. We won't talk about how putrid the decision was, but as HQ may listen to this, highly doubtful, but you never know. So maybe they had to get to the races. Don't know. But
maybe.
A 2020 side was put together, intra-club match, and Puppet and Warner went toe-to-toe as opposing captains.
How did you see the game, mate?
Yeah, I thought the sides were quite unbalanced when Puppet picked them. So Daniel Francis grabbed the sheet, quickly scruffed it off him, and made a far more balanced 2 teams to go out there.
I think Puppet had himself and the ones team versus the seconds and thirds. It was very awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. I did like his idea of good and evil, though, so well done, Puppet. But he told me he wasn't going to listen to this, so he knew that Jarrod was going to get interviewed, so he told me he wasn't going to listen to this one. But, yeah, look, ended up being a very even match. A good sprinkling of 1s, 2s, 3s across all the sides. And, yeah, I thought the team batting first, which was my side, I thought we put up a decent target to defend. But, yeah, it was well chased down, and Crash did all the damage. Did really well.
He did do the damage.
Batted fantastically well. So, no, look, that was good fun for everyone involved. And, yeah, I think Puppet, he looked devastated after the match. He looked like his dog had died. So, obviously, him and Warner had a little bit more on the line than everybody else did. But, yeah, no, it was good fun. It was a good day.
I hear our mate Justin wasn't happy with Jono giving him out LB.
Mate, I think filthy is an understatement. But I did have a word to our man Jono at Cup Day yesterday, and I said to him, mate, would you give it out again? And he said, I'd give it out every day of the week, twice on Sundays. So there you go, Just. Plum, plum, plum.
And I think I had you plum as well, mate. He couldn't give it 2 in a row, though, mate, could he?
Mate, never out. Never out. I did ask him about that as well, and I said, mate, was I out? He goes, no. If it was anybody other than Danny Bowling, I might have considered it, but no, stuff him.
Thanks, Jono. You cost me, you bastard.
Yeah, no, so... No, that was a really good game to be involved in. Good fun, as I said earlier, so well done to everybody involved. And, yeah, at least we got to have a hit instead of sitting around doing nothing, so... You know,
yeah,
a few guys got to have a good hit. Guys that may not have had a hit thus far in the year, and yeah, everyone got to have a bowl, which is good as well.
Not only did you get to have a hit, you also got to get sledged by Warner.
Yeah, I did. Now, all swing, no ding. That's not a bad sledge, and I liked it. Now, in the interview that we're going to play with Warner very shortly, that I caught up with him yesterday at the Cup Day event at the Rooms.
That could be Warner on the phone now, wanting to get on.
Oh, mate, it could be. He won't leave me alone. He keeps ringing. So, yeah, as I said, I caught up with him yesterday, and you'll hear we bring the sledge up a little bit there. But I did say to him then, and I'll say it now, Davey, if you are going to sledge someone, remember your own sledge, mate. You can't have the batsman finishing the sledge for you. That's not how sledging works, mate. So, no, it was all good. And all swing, no ding, I like it. I might find a way to, next time I'm keeping, I might try and slide that sledge in there somewhere. So, no, it was very good.
Good stuff.
Hey, but speaking of the Warner interview, I might go to that right now. We'll chuck it on. So here is Warner yesterday at the Northern Socials Cup Day event.
Alright guys, I headed out to the club Melbourne Cup Day and caught up with Club Enigma, Jarrod Dimytrovski. Jarrod, welcome to the show, mate.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, all good. How you feeling about being on the very first club podcast?
I'm very privileged and happy to give a run into the club and what's going on around the club.
Fantastic, mate, fantastic. How you been travelling so far this year with the bat?
Not bad. Made 30 in my first game. We didn't play last week. Had an intra-club match. Made 31, so I'm hopefully bring that into next week and make a big score against Fiji Victorian.
Very nice. Now that intra-club 2020 is what everyone wanted to talk about, mate. You crushed the old man Puppet. How did you manage that captaincy victory? How'd you do it?
Oh, I don't know. Puppet and I are pretty close mates, so there's not much banter between us, but it's good to get one over the...
Not much banter. Jeez, you were going at it like rabid dogs. What are you talking about?
There's a bit of banter there, mate. Just like to get one up on the old fox.
Very nice, on the old fox, eh? So you mentioned you made 31. You batted pretty well. Tell us about that controversial caught behind when you were about 2.
No comment.
Yeah. It was a big edge, I'll give you the tip. But anyway, well batted anyway. You steered your team to victory. There's also rumours going around that whoever won that is going to take over as captain of the thirds. Can you, any credence to that, mate?
Oh, I don't know if there's any credence to that, but if it came my way, I'd be happy to lead the thirds to another premiership this year, mate.
So you're saying you're happy to knife the old boy?
No, I'm not happy to knife the old boy. I'm happy for him to still be captain, but if he wants to pass it on, I'll happily accept it, and he can be my vice captain. We can do the business together.
Sounds like a bloody coup in the making to me, mate. Well done, well done.
There's no coup in the making, mate.
Nice. So how long you been here at Socials, mate?
I've been here for about 3 years.
Yeah.
But I've known the boys for about 10 years more.
Very nice. And who brought you down?
I've known a few of the boys and brought it upon myself. Me and my brother wanted to come down, and we signed up, and we've been playing for about 3 years now.
Nice. So out of you and the young Jakey, are you the better brother?
I'd have to give him the plug for that, mate.
Oh, no, wrap yourself up, mate. Well, we can get to Jake's interview later in the season. This is your time to shine, mate.
I reckon I'm a good bloke, mate. I've got a big heart, and everyone who knows me around the club reckons I'm a good bloke, and they call me Warner, and they give me a bit of shit every now and again.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, where'd you come up with this all swing, no ding sledge?
I just saw it on a TV ad one day, and I just thought I'd rip into a couple of the batsmen while we were out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it didn't serve me any well, mate. You next ball you hit one over mid-wicket for 4, so...
Yeah, I know. Well, it was all the new bat, mate. It had nothing to do with me. But can I give you a little tip with sledges, mate? If you're going to sledge, you got to remember your own sledge. You can't have the batsman telling you what the sledge is.
You give as good as you get, mate.
Nah, that's it. So, you're saying your brother's the better brother of you both?
For that.
You give him a plug, mate. Very generous of you. Very generous.
He's better looking as well, mate. So.
Mate, that was going to be my next one. You know, who's the better looking of yous? You know, so no.
I'm an ugly prick, mate. So my brother's skinny and.
No, all good. Have you had a bet today?
Yeah, I had a bet today.
How'd you go? Having a win?
Not having a win, mate. Just waiting till the big race starts, and if Big Orange wins, I'll be $70 happy man.
Well, very nice. What do you got in the cup?
Sweep. We've got sweeps, so.
Oh, in the sweeps. You're not having a bet yourself?
No.
Okay. No worries. So coming up this week, mate, what do you got in store for the opposition?
Oh, we're going to kick their ass and bring another victory back to the rightful place, and then hopefully build up our season from there, and hopefully go into the final series with a bit of confidence and bring the cup back to where it belongs, Northern Socials, mate.
Bringing the cup back sounds good. So what do you got? You know, you said a victory's in store, but give us, we need a little. The listeners need a little bit more, mate. Like what are you going to do? Make 100, 50? What do you got in store? Look in that crystal ball of yours and tell us what you're going to produce.
Well, I reckon I'd put on the Warner show, maybe make a quick 550. I reckon I'm due for a big score this week.
The Warner Show Quick Fire 50. There you go. You heard it first, folks.
That's what. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, but hopefully it does.
Very nice. Very nice. So, you're going to have a bowl this week?
Oh, I might. Depends if the captain lets me or not.
You've been taking many wickets?
Oh, I don't get much of a bowl, mate. I just sit out in the field and field around like a gazelle, mate. Stop all the falls and
like a gazelle.
Like a gazelle.
Nice.
In Puppy's words, he puts me at square leg and nothing gets past me.
Very good, mate. Very good. Now, have you been fined so far this year from the fine line?
Yes, I have.
What'd you get fined for?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? Yes, you can. Go on, mate. What'd you get it for? We don't want to have to get the fine line to speak on the show and tell us what it was for.
I think it was for being VC or something.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Now, hey, with all these sort of interviews, they always come out with the sort of questions, the quick fire questions at the end of who is the stingiest teammate and that sort of thing. So we're going to give you a few of those, and don't think about the answer, mate. Just first one straight off the top of the head. Got it?
Stingiest bloke, I reckon, probably have to be.
I haven't asked the question yet, mate. No, all right. Well, you know what? Because we sort of worded you up on that one. That be your first one. Who is the stingiest teammate that you've played with at socials?
Whoa. There's not many stingy blokes, but I'd have to put it out there that anyone who's of Greek descent.
Ooh, there you go. That's going to ruffle some feathers. You do know this is going on the website, mate.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind me.
All right. The best bat you've played with?
The best bat I've played with? Ooh. I'd have to say Rocky Sharma by country mile.
Rocky Sharma. There you go. All right. Best bowler?
Best bowler? Ooh. The captain of the whole team, Gary Eyre.
Ooh. You've played with Gary?
I haven't played with Gary, but...
So the question was who you played with?
The best bowler I've played with is probably Vishal, one of our leading wicket takers last year, and very good quick fire bowler.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, who's got the best haircut down here?
Ooh. Best haircut? Best haircut. Oh, there's a couple who come to mind with no hair. They look like Uncle Fester, though.
Uncle Fester had no hair, mate.
Probably maybe, I'd say Billy Federicoides or Pickles there.
Right. Who's the worst dresser? Who gets around in the worst gear week in, week out?
I reckon Narada,
you reckon?
Like a rapper.
A rapper. All right. Very nice. And look, mate, we'll let you get back to your betting. Thanks for joining us today, taking time out to tell us all about your epic victory. And all the best for the season, and good luck this week, mate.
Thanks, Troy.
So there you have it. There was the Warner interview. What do you reckon, Dan?
He's a character, Warner, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he's a good bloke, but he kept craning his head around the wrong way near the end there, away from the microphone, and I had to try and get him to spin back around this way, so he's the audio dropped out a little bit near the end, but funny bloke, and good luck to him for the rest of the year. It was a good interview.
I like the rivalry with him and Papa got going, mate. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, and when Puppet found out later that day that Jarrod was interviewed and we were talking about the 2020, he cut up a bit rough and said, well, I'm not fucking listening to it, so it was all good. Alright, mate, thanks for joining me this week in the very first podcast. You did fairly well, just a little bit.
Cheers, mate, appreciate it. Thanks for having me on board.
Yeah, no, you did well, and mate, looking forward to having you along as the co-host for the rest of the year, mate. And unfortunately, folks, we couldn't get the fine line on this week. He was out on safari, so He's coming on this week, so I hear he's ready to let loose with a few fines. So we'll see you all then. Hope you enjoy the first podcast, guys, and we'll see you next week. Night Watchman out.